Yosi,
Yo, how's my audio?
fuck yeah, awesome, nailed it.
What's up, Martin? It's nice to meet you, man.
I
It's
know,
pretty
Z.
wild.
I know. Good to see you,
Yeah,
my
man.
friend. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to speaking to you anyway, because you're like a bit of a sage, aren't you? You know, you got an overview of the way things are, and it's needed. You know, your rant was like, "Fuck yeah, about time," because I'm not being horrible when I say like, this is the resistance, and it's like getting a bit mamby-pamby. You need to be like a little bit more warrior-like concerning what you said that hit me like a sledgehammer, brother. When you said, "Look what we're up against. Look what we're up against." You
Yeah, I
know,
appreciate I appreciate that, man.
it's like,
I,
what?
I yeah, I appreciate that, dude.
Got that
Um,
monster out there, and you got infighting and stuff in the Truth movement, and I'm thinking we got like everything is just a fucking against us. It's just like, what?
well, this is a time to come together. I mean, we don't have a choice otherwise, you
I
know?
was hoping so. I was hoping that would be the case. So it's
Yeah.
wonderful to meet you, and I just want to just bring you over to the people so you can basically shake them up a bit, and just let rip, bruv. Speak your mind, which you're really good at anyway. you
Cool.
know,
I got a question for you first, though.
please do.
I've been dying to ask you because this is a question to me that is the most pertinent question there could ever be in the history of all universes. And I was thinking about this, and I thought you'd be the perfect person to answer. Ready? I'm going to give you three names. I want you to rank them. I want you to rank the top gay Brits of all time. Ready?
Okay.
Boy George. George,
Uh,
hold on, hold
hang on.
on.
What am I rating out of 10? 1 to 10.
No, I'm going to give you three, and I want you to rank them. The top gay to the
All right.
third top
All right.
gay.
Well, you're
Right?
doing well so far.
They're all top gays. Well, because they're British, so that's redundant, right? But I want you to rank I want you to rank the three. Ready? From the top gay to the third top gay. But we all know they're gay. Ready?
Okay.
Boy George, George Michael, Elton John. Go.
Elton John. It's got to be. I would push to say Boy George 2 and George Michael 3rd.
So you put Elton John as the number one gayest person ever of all time.
He's
right?
the king of gays. He's the king of gays.
He's the king of gays, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's gay and British. So
what I don't understand, it's like I seen an interview with Robbie Williams. You know Robbie Williams is, don't you? Take that. Yeah.
Nah, who's that? Who's
Robbie Williams is like famous as fuck in Britain. He's like from a band called Take That. He had a solo career. But he was apparently he's like on drugs. He's had a couple of mushrooms and he's knocked Elton John's door. And Elton John's locked him in a bedroom. Okay, he said he's woke up early in the morning and he's like him and his husband walking into the room with a load of doctors and they had him sectioned. So this is the type of person he is. He's like, oh, you called to my house and we're caring for you because we're really lovey. And they literally sectioned him. He was like locked up for like, he's like, I got big business stuff to get. You got to let me out. And they're like, no, you stay in. So like just literally hijacked his life, stuck him in a. I was like, when I was listening to that, I was like, this is the kind of pull he has. And with royalty as well. George Michael, not so much. He was defamed, wasn't he? You know, he was like in a public toilet or something.
Yeah, I know. But he had a crop of hair on him, man. They don't make hair like that anymore. You don't see George Michael hair these days, do you? You don't really see it. Martin, I don't know what the world's going to do with me and you. I don't think they're ready to handle us, dude. I don't think this world's ready for this.
They'll catch up. Eventually, they always do. Yeah, it's just like we've always before our time. We're always going to do that, okay? But the rest will always catch up, is what you find. So you're
right, dude.
Don't worry.
I've been saying lately. I'm speaking for the future, right? Like I'm not speaking for the room. I'm speaking for the future. You know, I just want because you never know who's going to hear your words, Martin. You know,
it's so important though, brother. It's all of our tomorrows. You know, think about the animals. It's like it drives me nuts. The country where I live in, they're just gaslighting everyone. You got like all people just sitting on the streets. It's freezing cold. Yeah, they got these boat boys. They just put in like 80 fucking first-class hotels in Britain and it's like 7 million a day cost. So like, they just arrive, they put them in posh hotels, and they can't wait to get you to do it. So I know it's a dialectic to fuck people's heads up, but it's just disgusting that they're doing that in this country. It drives you nuts. This place it really does.
Yeah, man. We're talking about pigs. These are. It's not human, Martin. I mean, the minions are human. The ones they let us see. Like the Klaus Schwabs and the Elons and all these fucktards. And like that monarchy you have over there. I couldn't imagine having that. King Charles. What a twit fuck that guy is, dude. I actually feel bad for that son. That what's his name? William. That son of his.
Yeah.
He looks. Yeah, he looks like he doesn't know what's going on. He's got that whole like, oh shit, Grandpa's Vlad the Impaler. What the fuck am I going to do with that kind of look? Like he has that look, dude.
He's naughty. Harry, he's a naughty boy. He's a naughty boy.
Yeah,
it's funny.
And then Harry, I hear Harry's pretty good at tennis. What do you think, dude? I hear he's pretty good at tennis because his dad seemed to be that tennis coach. So I don't know.
They used to play polo. It's a sort of royal game. So it's like croquet on horses.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually. I can't even believe that they all accepted him because he doesn't even look like one of the royals. For starters off, he looks exactly like his father, who is Captain Hewitt, who's ginger.
Yeah.
Like him. So it's like he's taking him on, Charles, as his own. Fair dues, as a prince and stuff. And it's never mentioned. It's just like sort of under the table, like because he looks nothing like his brother.
No, not at all.
Do you know, like they keep chucking bullet points out about everything, like especially with religion or all of it. It's just that I keep getting it all day. I'm just debating people, fuckos, who just keep saying stuff at me and then words at me with no basis for any reality in any of it ever.
They're just programmed. They're bots at this point. They're just turned over to the system unconsciously. They don't know it, Martin. The system defines your identity for you from the day you're born. And then you buy into the system. That's the trick of it. Martin, it's all a lie, dude. Everything. They give us fake everything. It's a fake everything, dude. Everything's fake. It's a fake cosmology. They give us fake science. The science that they base this realm on is complete bullshit, okay? Einstein was a clown, all right? Quantum physics is a fucking joke. The theory of relativity is absolutely the stupidest thing ever. They define our reality on bullshit, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. What was Niels Bohr's famous saying? The only real thing we know is when you get down to the fundamentals, it's not real. So it's like, shut the fuck up.
It's not real. It's not. Martin, this whole world may likely be a projection of ourselves that we're experiencing collectively.
I've already thought it. And it is weird that, when you're in a really bad mood and things are going crappy or you're in a depression, how the world will reciprocate a shitty environment. Have you noticed that?
I really think that, man. Think about it. Like we say, like one of the things that blows my mind is that the words earth and heart are anagrams. They're literally the same word.
And I thought about it. I swear to God, listen to this. I was thinking of a title for tonight's vlog. And I was thinking about, do you know the Bonnie Tyler song, Total Eclipse of the Heart? Because I was talking about
I love that
tonight.
I love that song. I don't want to admit I love it, but I love that song.
Well, she's from Wales. She's from Swansea. She's one of ours. Bonnie
cool.
Tyler, local. But heart is like you said, an anagram of earth, and total eclipse of the heart. And she's saying earth, and I wondered if there was more going on. And I was going to use it for a vlog title, but it's obviously
that would have been. See, that's a synchrony right there. I've been having all kinds of synchronies lately. As soon as I started embracing truth and really speaking it and just resonating and dropping all fear, the synchronies have been amazing. I mean, look at me here talking to you. I just started yapping about 6 or 9 months ago, or 6 or 8 months ago, maybe. It's the first time I went and showed my face in line and started talking about this shit. And now here I am talking to you in front of all these people, man. I would have never expected that. It's crazy, bro.
I just go with stuff and don't give it too much thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Sense. It's like I was listening to the other night and I was like, yeah, all right. That's somebody like you've got to listen to, guys. And when he was on Staves show, Brian Staveley's, that was quite mind blowing. I remember what you were talking about. Have a rant. That was a fantastic rant, by the way. But
I appreciate it. Yeah, because here's the thing, man. I've been really thinking about this, dude. Because before, I'm at a point now where I speak so freely because I believe what I'm saying. And one thing I believe is the system gives us nothing. It literally is just a death system. It gives us nothing. The world provides every single thing that we need, okay? The world provides food.
Yeah.
It just provides it for us. What does the system give us? Fucking poison. They're just pumping poison down our fucking throats. The world gives us shelter. There's everything we need for shelter, okay? What does the fucking system give us, Martin? They're shoving us in cities and buying up all the land, making it impossible to fucking own anything.
Oh,
okay?
Everyone's like 1 month off of homelessness. When the paycheck fails, they're fucked.
Yeah. What else? The world, nature gives us health, okay? All the herbs and the plants, everything that's healthy, any health or treatment paradigms that are worth anything or have any efficacy whatsoever come right from nature. What does the system give us? I don't even have to say it. We just all know. Here's my point. The system gives us nothing. Nothing at all. Now, here's the thing. What the system does is it co-opts what it is to be a human. So they create a society for us when humans are we're communal beings. We work in families and tribes. We're not social beings. We're communal beings. Okay. And when you have a community, you have all those things. When you have a community just existing, look at the tribes all across the world, man. You have food and shelter and health when you have a community and when you have a family. And this system is doing everything they can to break that up. Look at the family unit, completely destroyed the family unit. They bring these kids into these indoctrination camps and program them from day one. Okay. They're destroying what it is to be a human. Okay, this is what we're up against. That's exactly like I said in that rant, dude.
A massive travesty of injustice. It's just monumental. Just them words alone and what you just said should shake people to the core to make, to want to make a change, to want to do something about this place. Because, it's clear to see where this place is going.
Yeah. Well, Martin, do you want to go out to these fucktards? We're not talking about Genghis Khan taking us over. Let me tell you something. If Genghis Khan showed up to my tribe and took over, all right, and Genghis Khan is going to vanquish me and take my wife. Well, at least I went out going against a fucking warrior. We're going to go out to these fucktards. We're going to go out to fucking. We're going to go out to Elon Musk.
He would be my bitch in an hour. Yeah, I would find something that he really liked.
Okay. Who? Genghis? Yeah, we'd hang out. I'd be hanging out with Genghis, man. Yo, Martin, here's what I'm picturing, dude. Me and you, we're hanging out with Genghis Khan in his court. We're chilling with him. He's got all that harem. He would throw some of that shrapnel our way. I would follow Genghis. I wouldn't follow many people. I would Martin. I don't think I'd follow you though. You'd have to go.
Don't follow me.
Yeah, I'd follow Genghis though.
No, probably not. Genghis is good.
Yeah, I'd take some of Genghis's harem any day, man. Genghis. See, but here's what I'm saying, Martin. We're not talking about Genghis Khan. All right, we're talking about a bunch of twit fucks.
Yeah,
we're talking about. Yeah, dude, we're talking about Elon Musk. Are you fucking kidding me? That guy? That's the guy? No, man, I ain't going out to Elon Musk. I ain't going out to fucking King Charles. I ain't going out like that. I ain't going out to Klaus Schwab. Believe me, Martin, I ain't going out to Klaus Schwab.
Listen,
that ain't happening, bro.
Nemesis, aren't they? I ain't going out like that either, brother. They can fuck right up, a lot of them. Yeah, fighting to the end. Always knew it. Always will as well. It's just like, the way everyone just sits and thinks everything's going to be cushy and everything's going to be all right. It's just while it's cooking in the background, it's not fucking good at all. No,
man. No, they've engineered passivity with their religions. I don't care what fucking religion you talk about. They engineered passivity and we accept it. Like Martin, when you say God, just the word God, to me, God's a concept. When you say God, they've engineered our concept of God. They've engineered what God is. It's to the part where people can't even have a different conception of God. They think of an old man sitting in the seventh heaven with a fucking with a crown on, watching over everything. But in reality, this world is way different than that, homie. Like way different. It's complete fucking joke from the top down. Our whole entire history is completely fake, people. It's completely made up. It's a total fucking fabrication from the top down. They've lied to you about the fabric of your reality. Okay, they define the fabric of your reality. They tell you there's 4 forces in nature. Okay, 4 unifying forces. Okay, they talk about electromagnetism, gravity, strong nuclear force, and weak nuclear force. Guess what, people? Only one of those is demonstrable in this world, and that's electromagnetism. So what's that mean? The other 3 are bullshit. Why'd they make up 3? Well, 1, to try to substantiate their bullshit heliocentric model, of course. But 2, if they told you this whole world is electromagnetic, you would quickly figure out that you're electromagnetic. You could literally read the electricity coming from your body in multiple ways. Okay, you're electromagnetic. Your chakras exactly line up with the visual light spectrum band of the electromagnetic spectrum completely line up with the same spectrum. Crazy. You're electromagnetic just like this fucking world. There's no difference. So why did they lie about gravity and the weak and strong nuclear forces? Because if they told you everything's electromagnetic, you'd realize you're just a part of everything. See? They had to separate you from everything. Fuck these people. Give them no quarter. Give them no quarter. They deserve no quarter.
Would not give them an inch.
You got me fired, Martin. You got me fired up, dude.
No, good.
Liedtke,
Good, because you fucking need it. It's needed.
You got me fucking pissed off.
And it's like really done my head in what they're pulling off. This
Martin,
when I grew up, the fucking moon rocket, it's done my head in. You know, with the sky cloud.
No, it's over. They pushed the limit. It's too far. With the kids, the last 2 years, what they did with the kids the last 2 years, fuck them, dude. But Martin, I gotta tell you something, dude. I never even, when I was a kid, they didn't even teach us about whales. I didn't even know what whales was. In my mind, that's like Middle Earth, dude. I have no fucking clue about whales.
When I was in the merchant navy, I used to carry a page out of an atlas. Right. So if anyone asked me, I just pull a page out and I point to whales.
Okay.
Because nobody knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
you should have just took out a Tolkien book and said, "This is where I live. I live in fucking Middle Earth, dude." That's where. Whales is Middle Earth to me, dude.
Just think hobbits. Think hobbits.
Yeah. What would you be in Middle Earth? What would you be in Middle Earth? What would you be? You'd be the eyes Sauron or something.
No.
Who can I be? Who can I be? I don't want to be Frodo. He kind of had a rough deal, man. Frodo had a tough time.
Well, not
Frodo.
You
want to be Schmeagol? You could be Schmeagol.
Frodo's pretty good, though. He has a bit of a twat of a time, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, there was a lot of homosexual overtones in that fucking Tolkien shit, dude.
Here's a question for you, then, right?
So, yeah, go ahead. Are you gonna beat my? You're gonna beat my Elton. You're gonna beat my Elton John, George Michael.
No. So you're in some sort of like celestial courtroom now, okay?
Right.
And you.
I should be. You and I, we both should be there. You and I should both be in that courtroom together.
You've been judged by the evil ones, but you've got to choose the method of your own death. What will it be? I know mine.
The method of my own death, my own physical body. Wow.
I'll tell you mine.
I'd want to be. Did you ever see Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? The second one?
Yeah, man. Of course.
That's what I want. I want that sick fucking Kali worshiper, that guy to fucking rip my heart out of my fucking chest as they lower me into a fucking molten lava fucking bath.
Well, that seems
at least if you're going to go out, you might as well do it in the most theatrical way possible. You know
thought
what I mean?
that. That's why I went for muff diving.
Yeah. What about you? Muff diving? You want to go out muff diving?
Yeah, that would be.
I mean,
yeah.
Who's muff? If you could pick any muff in history, Martin, if you could pick any muff in history, and I'm talking big, like Cleopatra's on the table, which muff would you choose, Martin?
Cleopatra's not all that, mate. I've seen she got like little tash. She got hairy bits. They do on the Mediterranean. It's all the olive oil. Oh, that's a question. Oh my God! Oh my days! There's so many. Have I got?
You said you.
Is it got to be someone from antiquity?
It could be anybody. Just as your death, man. You said you could choose anything. You picked muff diving. You got to pick the muff.
Pocahontas.
The muff goes along with the diving. Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll skip the joke I was just gonna make. I know. Not a bad choice, dude. Not a bad choice.
Thanks. North American Indian. Very cute.
Yeah. Native Americans, first peoples. That's a bullshit story, dude. This whole country was something way fucking different than it was, dude.
I know. I think.
Yo, they fucking. What a strange world, dude. All that shit you were showing, dude, about the resets and all that fucking electromagnetic plasma discharge, that's completely true. This is, like I said, this entire world's electromagnetic. Why did they obscure? Plasma is the fourth state of nature. Why didn't they teach us that when we were kids? They taught us solid, liquid, and gas. They forgot plasma. Plasma likely
as well. We've got cold, we've got hot. It's just there's so many different forms. It's an entire different science, and they just don't tell us nothing. You know. Yeah. You know, I when I was in school, right? Yeah. They used to, in the classroom, the teacher say, "Any questions?" And I go, "Sir." And he'd always say, "Not you. Not you." They wouldn't let me ask anything. They always said, all of them, "Not you. Anyone can ask a question, but not you." Okay.
Yeah, because they don't like the questions you're asking. It's funny how that happens. It's funny they don't like the questions you're asking. It's just a question. That's the funny part about it. It's just a question. If my question does something to you, maybe that's a you thing. Maybe you need to look at yourself. If my question stirs up some kind of emotion in you, maybe you need to fucking examine that because it's just a question. That's why my name is Zetetic Warrior, because Zetetic means to proceed by questioning or inquiry. And It's also a flag to all flat earthers, because most flat earthers know what that Zetetic is, you know.
That's why I started with flat earth using the Zetetic cosmology, man, back to front, because I'm not going to go out there in the world talking about flat earth if I've not known. It would have been bad.
Yeah, man. You know, and that's the thing. People say flat earth and there's like a pejorative to it. Like they don't want to identify. I like the term flat earther because it's like this, man. Doesn't have to go any further than this, dude. Water lays level and flat. That's it. The earth shows no convexity. I don't give a fuck what else from there. You can try to argue with me about anything else. I'm going to stick to that right there. The earth shows no convexity at all, okay? High altitude infrared photos are the fucking death blow. If you can see the Colorado Rockies from 1,000 miles away, I don't care if you're 50,000 miles in the air. Do the math on that, motherfuckers. Yeah, it blows it out of the fucking water, okay? Exactly. You can talk to me about 10 miles and we can see the Chicago skyline over 50 miles. Those high altitude photos, do the math, people, because you might have to go 50,000 miles up, but that's linear growth. If you're talking about a supposed bullshit earth curvature of 8 inches per mile squared, that's supposed to be exponential growth as you go out in distance. Do the fucking math. It blows it out of the water. Why aren't the Rockies fucking sideways? Why do they look like they're standing straight up in the fucking air and you can see them? It doesn't make sense. The globe is dead, people. Stop arguing about the globe. It's fucking over. Whatever it is after that doesn't fucking matter. We could talk about pizza domes and shit like that and all that, and that fucking firmament. It doesn't fucking matter. Water doesn't bend. There's no convexity on this earth whatsoever, okay? Large-scale engineering projects. The Suez fucking Canal would not be able to exist, okay? Look at the goddamn Nile River. It flows 4,000 miles in one direction. From its entire beginning to its descent, it descends 1 mile. How is that fucking possible? You understand? If they say the diameter of the earth is 24 fucking thousand miles or whatever, and you got a 4,000 fucking mile river that only descends 1 mile, do the fucking math. Gravity just doesn't, their stupid theory doesn't say gravity. It says it pulls it towards the center of things. How does a river flow uphill against gravity? I'm just tired of it, Martin.
It makes no fucking sense. All of it. It does my head in. It's just, you know, they say there's 24,000 miles, 24,000 miles of the equator. Do you know how much area they say the globe has?
No, I never thought of it. Martin, hold on. How's my mic? Is my mic hot? I know I'm coming in hot a little bit. I know I'm coming in hot. You got me hyped up, dude. You got me hyped up, dude. I get hyped sometimes, brother.
Well, it's supposed to be 500 million square miles of land on this globe. How do you reduce 500 million miles down to only a measly 24,000 miles of the equator? How can you?
Good point.
Extrapolate that.
You're right. Because when you try to turn the actual map into a globe, you lose all that area in the southern hemisphere. You can't account for that area. You lose a lot. That's why the Pacific Ocean's probably bigger than it is, homie. The Pacific Ocean's probably bigger than they tell us, dude.
Well, what the Arctic Ocean? That's supposed to be an ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. All the southern oceans are bigger than they fucking told us. Exactly right. Because once you go north of the quote unquote north of the equator, yeah, okay, it makes sense. As soon as you go below that, you know, it's such the whole southern hemisphere thing, dude. You know, we need to find a new name for southern hemisphere. It's not what it is.
I call it hemisflat. I've been saying it for years.
Well, yeah, I like that, man. I like that, you know. The equator is only the midpoint of the sun's transition throughout the years, people. That's all it fucking is. It's the midpoint of the sun's transition is the equator. It's no difficult, okay? Just take 12 months when it goes as furthest up north and the furthest down south. The middle point's the fucking equator around the whole world.
I think it's changed. I think it's lingering. You know,
it might be.
Summers, and not only that, it seems a lot lower in the sky than it would be ordinarily for, like, I know we're not December yet, but I mean, the day's over way quick.
Martin, I think this whole reality's changing. I think we're going through an energetic shift that was written in the stars. They talked about the time of Aquarius. I do think there is a precession of the equinox, which would be a 26,000 year cycle. When you have then you have the 12 houses within that. We're coming out of Pisces. They said we're going to Aquarius. Why not? It makes sense. The fucking stars haven't moved. If this is an electromagnetic world of resonance and frequency, think about how the heavens would affect that frequency. It's like, think of this earth as a resonating chamber, okay? If you send a signal, the signal just could be one signal. It just could be a fundamental signal that doesn't change. However, by the changing of the heavens, you may be changing the resonant qualities of that signal as we go through the different ages or the different, exactly, bro. So as we're going through the different astrological ages, that may be creating a particular resonant environment that is actually changing the frequency bandwidth that we're actually operating on. Because when you look at frequency, any frequency, whether it's acoustic frequency, which is mechanical, or electromagnetic frequency, it's all frequency, dude. It's all periodic sinusoidal oscillation. That's all frequency is, people.
Great.
It's periodic sinusoidal oscillation, whether it's mechanical frequency, like again, acoustic energy or sound, or electromagnetic energy. It's all frequency, okay? Frequency exists over a spectrum. It exists over a wide bandwidth at the harmonics, okay? So if you produce a sound, if you pluck a guitar string, not only are you going to perceive the fundamental of that guitar string, say it's A below middle C. A below middle C is 440 hertz. It's a universal tuning frequency. Find a piano, find middle C, and take the A right below it. That's 440 hertz. If you hit that string on that piano, because that's what the piano does, it's a hand. You hit the key and the hammer hits it. If you hit, it's a string instrument, just like a guitar. If you hit A below middle C, which is 440 hertz, you'll perceive 440 hertz. However, in reality, that acoustic, which is mechanical energy, possesses an entire harmonic spectrum all the way up from 440 hertz, and they're all doublings. You have 440, 880, double, 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 all the way up, because as that string's vibrating at all the nodal, bingo, at all those nodal points, it's fractally vibrating all the way down. It's cutting half. It's half, 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 half. So you're only perceiving that fundamental 440 hertz.
Agreed.
However, there's an entire spectrum of energy in there that you don't perceive. Now. If you place that same acoustic spectrum in the right resonant environment, you can highlight those higher frequencies. They're called formant frequencies. You bring those higher frequencies up, then you can perceive them because they come audible. That's what I propose this whole reality is going through, is we're operating on a certain frequency bandwidth amongst this, vibrating spectrum of reality. And as we move into the different ages, the heavens create a different resonant frequency in this world dictated by the stars. They bring out different frequencies in the reality of life. And I think we're going into a whole new frequency.
And I would say that sounds right. That is what's going on. Yeah.
You got me in a different level tonight, Martin. You got me. Your whole presentation before got me fucking fired up, dude. I'm starting to think this whole reality's fractal, Martin. I'm going to put this. It
is.
You,
it's fractal by nature, and I'm saying this. And I've witnessed it anyway. I've taken enough psychedelics that I've seen the fundamentals of this place, and it is geometric. Yeah, it is geometric and fractal. I noticed you. I watched a show the other night, and you chucked the periodic table on the fire. Quite so.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
And all of their, this field as such. And I would agree with that as well. And I really would. I've been giving that a lot of thought as well. The compounds of the structure in the building blocks of what they say this place is. Somebody brought up quantum mechanics earlier, and I was, really into that years ago. And now I know that is just another fucking bullshit.
Yeah. The periodic table to me is just a limited conception of chemistry.
Well, they keep introducing new ones, don't they? There's new ones. Yes, it is.
Yeah, like Einsteinium, and they just started adding stuff.
Or Newtonian. Yeah. I got, this year, this is samples of gallium. Mm-hmm. Which is on the periodic table, but it's a non-Newtonian metal. It's quite close to mercury. If I put that in my hand, it melts and you can play with it. They use gallium in mercury rectifiers. Would use gallium over mercury. I'm telling you, in antiquity, I know they would, because it's just it melts real quick. I can just put it in the palm of my hand. If you put that on aluminium, completely destroys it. If I get a tiny drop on the glass of my phone, the phone will go white and the glass will fall out with that gallium.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to remember that, dude. That's cool. That's cool.
Mad destructive.
Yeah. So, look, once they started putting Einsteinium in a periodic table, the whole thing's rubbish, right? Martin, most likely it's alchemical. The alchemists were right, homie.
Of course it is.
The fucking alchemists were right, dude. Listen, dude. They had to destroy ether, Martin.
Well, the elements of the alchemical elements. Ether is fucking, fire, air, water, and ether.
Yeah.
I've got science books in there from the 1800s, and ether is still very much a fucking thing.
Yeah, I think they had to destroy ether to perpetrate their lie. If you ask me, I think ether is the unifying force in this world. Okay, so electromagnetism is the only demonstrable force, but Was that, Martin?
Oh, it's been proved. Ether's been proved. You know, the Michelson and Morley experiment, 1919. You know,
they had to destroy.
Yeah.
They had to destroy ether to perpetrate their lie, dude. Because ether is the unifying force. Ether is the force that binds particles. So when they talk about unifying force, that's anything that interacts with particles and affects particles. Okay, whatever our conception is, that's ether. We can demonstrate electromagnetic principles. We can demonstrate magnetism, but electromagnetism still exists in its physical construct. I think light, actually, the light that we call light, like visual light, I think it does actually have a speed, but I think we obscure what light is. Like, what we call light is actually the visual perceptual part of the electromagnetic spectrum. It's a very small band, right? It's basically it's basically right above microwaves and right below X-rays, and we kind of fit right in there. It starts basically at red and goes up to like violet, like I said, just like our chakras. But here's my point: we call that light, but that's just that's just the electromagnetic spectrum that we perceive with our visual acuity, right? We might perceive other parts of it with other senses.
I go with that. Yeah.
But here's my point: in that conception, I do think light has a speed. But I think the unifying force of this reality, which is ether and consciousness, what I just call God, is a light that wouldn't burn your eyes if you saw it. It's a different kind of light, okay? It's a light that we can't conceive of. And that, to me, that's what ether is. And I think that's the underlying reality. And like, here's the thing, man. You destroy ether, you destroy God, man. They had to destroy God. They had to destroy ether to take God away, dude. It's so insidious what they did. And you and I see it so fucking closely, and it's so obscured to so many people, man. It's disgusting. They destroyed God, people. This is who we're dealing with. They fucking on purpose, okay, premeditatedly destroyed God. You don't have to contract with these people anymore. Your contract is done with these. Your contract with the system was done under fraud and malfeasance. You don't have to honor your contract with the system, okay? This contract is null and void, people. This contract is null and void. Fuck these people, okay? They're liars, okay? So fuck them. Stop using their currency. Stop paying attention to their laws. There's one law, and that's the law of God. That's universal law. Anything else they put up is fucking bullshit.
Their fucking law. It's not our law. It's their law.
Yeah.
Used against us.
Liedtke, you got me fired up tonight, homie. You got me fired up.
Well, we do it by consent, and people don't know. They need educating, brother. I literally, I was like, on a mission to save humanity. In the last 2 years, everything has completely changed because now I despise a lot of them. I don't want to feel that way, but they just fucked us all over.
I've been feeling like that too, man. I've been feeling like that too. Like I said, Martin, this world ain't going to handle us. Me and you together, I don't think they're going to know what the fucking to do, man.
That fucking shit.
And we know they're listening. Look, I know you're listening, you fucktards. Go fuck yourself, because I know you can't touch me.
Listen, brother, listen. You said they was some beasts, right? One thing I can fucking tell you, right, is they can be gaslit back. Okay?
Exactly.
You can fuck their heads right up, is what you
Exactly. Because they're psychopaths and they fucking know it and they hate being called out. The worst thing somebody behind a mask hates is when you rip their fucking mask off and you show them how frauds they are.
Like us, they don't like get upset or cry or fuck all. No. They don't have that. It's selfish.
Exactly.
Fucking you shot my little narcissistic worlds apart type of buzz, which I'm quite happy to do. I'm quite happy to do.
I pierced that insecure bubble of yours. I've seen you, Klaus Schwab. I've seen you walking around in the beach in that weird fucking costume you had.
Yeah,
dude. You're a sick fuck, dude.
Tutu. Yeah.
Martin, what the fuck was that?
I don't fucking know. They're all nuts. I don't know. I can't even tell you.
Martin, Michelle Obama? What the fuck are we talking about, dude? Michelle Obama?
The Williams
Mike Obama, the literal representation of the Baphomet? I think they're going to make Michael president, man. I think Michael's going to be president, dude.
I think this has been going on a lot longer than we think because, and I've been digging back and I've been looking at Eleanor Roosevelt and, she was famed for dirty jokes. So she had a bit of a man brain on her.
Oh, yeah, dude. Come on, dude.
Mary Lincoln as well. She was apparently a sidekick. And you look at her, she's a big butch woman. She looks, like a weightlifter.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm wondering.
All the way down. All those, Rothschild and Rockefeller wives and stuff. You fucking 100%. Kidding me with these people? They're so sick, dude. They're just sick. They're just weird, sick fucks, man. They're probably not. These are bloodlines, Mark. I'm pretty sure there's bloodlines, dude. These are bloodlines.
It is to do with the blood, right? I was wondering whether it's something to do with my blood. All of that in the early days. I was wondering about, are they looking for a fucking blood group? Is there something?
Well, I'm one of them RH negatives. Well, my
sister is as well. My sister is RH negative.
I don't know what that means. It kind of disturbs me. It disturbs me a little bit. Martin, you want to know the truth? I'm going to say this to you, and I never told anybody. I think I'm like a day walker. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Like, because I got that RH negative. I'm being honest, and I'm Italian and stuff, which is, if we can go into that, but not in that. But I'm like, I think I'm like some kind of weird fucking daywalker. I know that sounds weird. Do you understand what I'm saying, Martin?
Yeah,
Like,
I do.
yeah, like, and I just fuck them, you know, fuck guys. Like I said, don't go down to these people. Klaus Schwab in a tutu is not the guy you want to go down to. You don't want to go. You don't want to go down to Klaus Schwab in a tutu. That's not the guy you want to go down to.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, fucking Cox, Bill Nye, and they put these people on pedestals. I just can't believe people.
All right, let's do a scumball ranking. You know how we did the gay ranking before, Martin?
Let's do scumball ranking.
Let's do a scumball ranking. Now, I'm going to give you the top 3 scumballs in the world. Now, there's no argument. These are objectively the top 3 scumballs. Like, they did it, you know, in Family Feud. We surveyed the world, and survey says these are the top 3 fucking scumballs in the entire fucking world that we live in. Ready? I just want you to rank them in the top scumball to the 3rd top scumball. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give you the 3. Ready?
Ready.
Elon Musk, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Klaus Schwab. Go.
Klaus Schwab is the biggest fuckos, and then it's Elon Musk or Musk.
Right.
He's next fucko, and ever so gay Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's definitely number 3 fucko in this vote.
I think I'd have to agree with you. Good job.
Thanks.
I think you nailed it, dude. I think you nailed it.
Klaus Schwab owes me about $1 squillion, actually, because I brought a book out before his called The Great Reset, and then he brings out a book called The Great Reset. It was like, I was before you. Yeah, fucker. So, yeah, but it's all right. I thought I would have sold a load of books because he keeps shouting The Great Reset, but it hasn't worked out like that.
Look, Martin, they got to crash it. It really is order out of chaos. That's their alchemy.
And last night, right? Somebody sent me a fucking email and said, Martin, go and check out the Netflix fucking program, Ancient Apocalypse, with Joe Rogan and Graham Hancock on Netflix. So I was like, yeah, okay. Well, it come out. I had a look, right? I just skimmed through. I swear to God Almighty, it was like watching one of my old vlogs. I'm not even joking.
Of course.
I was like, you motherfuckers. So he's going with Noah's flood. He's talking about plasma reset. They're going to talk about Tartaria and mud flood next. I fucking know they are, because Joe Rogan's already worded up about Tartaria.
Sure, they have to gatekeep everything.
They're going to
You have to gatekeep truth because we have a natural inclination for truth. You know, I believe they just dumbed us down. I think we have a natural inclination for magic too, and they dumbed us down from that. They engineered it out of us.
I got superpowers, and I know I have.
Yeah.
Electrical stuff fucking just fucks up near me. I got to move back away from it and stuff, and proper psychic as well. You know, I remember.
Yeah. So they have to gatekeep. So once one of these fucks gets off the plantation, climbs the fence, they got to have another fence. And I think, Martin, the gatekeeping is infinitely fractal. Like we said, I think it's like getting out of labyrinths of hell, dude. I think it's like trying to, it's like really never ending.
Close by us. I just know it's there, really close by. I mean, tangibly close, and I know it's there. I got a feeling that they interact with this, but we can't do it back. Whatever this realm is, the astral plane, the spiritual realm, whatever you want to call it. But there's fuckers, entities living there, and I've seen stuff from it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, me too. Have you ever seen
Goblins?
Martin? I've seen him too. Gremlins. You've seen him? You've seen the Gremlins?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Twice at sea and once in my mother's living room. 3 times.
You heard my Stavely interview where I said I saw those Gremlins.
And I wanted to fucking ask you about it. Because,
I saw them. Yeah.
Was no harm in them. 3 foot high, you know, people like say they're greys, like alien greys, but these were they were fucking with the machinery exactly like the World War II guys reported after D-Day. Same, our Jeeps are breaking. We've seen gremlins fucking our Jeeps up.
Remember that William Shatner, what's that show?
Well, Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone, when William Shatner's looking out the plane window with the
160,000 feet, episode 3.
Yeah. Yeah, the fucking goblins on the fucking thing, dude.
I watched it long ago. I watched it not long ago, and it was a fucking goblin. And I thought of that. As well when I seen it.
Yeah.
The one in my bedroom, in my mother's room, he sat just behind the telly, and he just stuck his head out, being cheeky like that, and I fucking seen it. And the other one, it was behind the AC cabinet. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. I can hear. Yeah.
In the engine room at sea. And I clearly seen him run away from me. I seen his little butt, and I seen him run away.
Man.
And he was laughing, and I'll never forget that laugh. That's
He was like, Martin.
yeah,
I'm your gremlin.
like
I'm your gremlin, Martin.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, that's scary. I know. Does he like wake you up in the morning, Martin?
I had something tugging away at my bedclothes when I was little under the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was just ghosts. And then
right.
And then I'd get that weird feeling all over me and be petrified. And then I'd be swore there was something just sat on the fucking bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, something just sat on the bed, and I can feel it's there as well. Because even though you can't see it, you could just feel the presence of something fucking there.
Yeah, dude. Martin, that's what people don't understand. Like behind the veil, that when you pierce, Martin, there's likely many veils to this reality, but when you pierce the thinnest veil, Martin, we're talking about gremlins, goblins, elves, jesters. It's a fucking strange place that we live in, dude.
I wanted to ask you about this because you may know something about this. Now,
go ahead.
My son today, and he takes what I say very seriously, and he believes me because he's got no problem with it, is that I was abducted spiritually, if you like, for a long time when I was young. I would suffer sleep paralysis when it was happening, goblins again. And the result of that was I ended up crippled, a year in a wheelchair. I'm not even fucking joking. Yeah. I was a year in a wheelchair after all of this had happened. So I thought that I was being tested in a chair. Like the Montauk
What
chair.
did they diagnose you? What bullshit diagnosis did they give you?
They said that it was my legs went into entropy, a mental block caused through hyperactivity. So basically, I'm hyperactive, so my brain stopped my legs from working, is what they said.
You could have short-circuited somehow,
no medical reason for it. A year later, I wake up, they come back. I wake up and I'm like, Ma'am, they're back. And I can feed them again. But
how old were you when this all
I was
went
8 years
down?
old. But it was through the summer, and I'm sat in the window in my wheelchair watching all the kids playing football out the street. It was torture. I was hyperactive as well. So for me, it was the worst life in the world. But that night, right, is when the sleep paralysis stopped. So I'm on fire, like flames, and I can feel it all. I can feel all the pain to go with it. And I teach myself away of waking myself up by banging my head on the wall or slapping myself awake like this. To train myself.
You know what I'm thinking?
Stuck in petrified mode, and then I woke up, and then I was crippled after that happened.
That sounds like an alchemical transmutation. I'm not even bullshitting you, dude. That sounds like a crucible or something. It sounds like an alchemical, some kind of all right, how do I say this? Like, anybody who is to achieve a certain level of energy has to go through some type of process of refinement. Fire, Martin, is the ultimate refiner in this realm. Think about how we purify gold with fire.
Ultimate purifier.
Yes. Yeah. People think water is a purifier. No,
I don't think fire would still exist with water. Yeah.
Fire. The Christ being was said to baptize with fire. John the Baptist baptized with water, but the Christ being baptized with fire. The Christ being is a representation of an alchemical transmutation with fire and purification. Do you see what I'm trying to get at? What you just told me, Martin? You see how it all makes sense? If fire is the purifier of this world. And here's the other thing. If this world goes down in fire, which it says it's supposed to, and like you said with the plasma, fire is not... Here's the thing, man. Fire is not only a destroyer, but it gives birth. All destruction and creation are the same thing. There's no difference.
Destruction is a form of creativity.
Exactly. They're the same thing. There's no difference. When you look at the Hindu and Vedic representation of Kali, okay, the Kali does a dance. The dance is depicted of the, we're supposed to, it's the dance of destruction and creation. Everybody always calls it the dance of destruction, but it's this. Exactly. It's the same dance. It's an alchemical. It's almost like a chaos magic. It's a chaos. It's a chaos magic dance.
I looked into chaos theory, and chaos is a part of it. These ancient gods of Nurgle and stuff. The chaos and stuff.
Exactly.
It's a part of this place. It is. Yeah.
There's a chaos. There's an energy in chaos.
There's been a chaos to my life. It's never been just normal, just sauntering along. It's always been like, you know, like an entire fucking movie set exploding behind me as I'm walking away, type of thing.
I feel like the chaos taps you more into spirit. Like there's something with chaos that taps you more into spirit, you know. What was I going to say? I wanted to talk a little bit more about the fractal reality. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course, man.
All right, so here's my point, Martin. You've seen like a Mandelbrot set or like a Mandelbrot
I could bring
fractal?
one up and you could we could show them.
Why don't you bring one up as I'm talking? This won't take too long.
No, man.
This is for my friend Ian. My friend Ian was asking me about this. I'm going to give a shout out right here, Martin, and at the hesitant because a lot of people I should shout out, but I'm just going to shout out my friend Ian at We Are Awake TV. Okay,
cool enough.
We Are Awake TV. Go there right now and subscribe. Okay, because my friend Ian and I were talking about this the other day, and you reminded me about the Mandelbrot set.
Yeah, but this is brought in by Arthur C. Clarke, and I give him like as much trust as a pinch of salt because he's the guy who thought up the communication satellite.
Satellites.
He wrote Mandelbrot, but not, you know, the fractal science is known anyway.
Right, but this will illustrate it. Yeah, this will illustrate exactly. I hate to give it his name exactly, but okay. So here's my he also co-wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey. I just found out. Did you know that?
That's right. Yeah, I did.
He co-wrote that with Kubrick. We can go into that later, but yeah, let's talk about Mandelbrot because this is important. Yeah, can you bring that one you had up that was moving?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, Martin.
It should go in.
First of all, I'll wait till it starts playing.
It's usually a GIF. I have. Oh, there you are. So it's playing on that other one there. But anyway, I got other ones. I'll just scroll up to. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
All right. So here's my point.
It should be an active.
This entire reality evidences something that's fractal and never ending. Okay. It basically continues to infinity. All right. Meaning to say that. Here we go. Thank you, Martin. Okay. This is my conception of reality, and I'm probably not the only person to ever think this. Because I want you to think about this, Martin. I want you to think about this. If we live in a world where our mountains were once trees, which means they're basically trees. So if our mountains are trees, Martin, and our tiny parasites look like giant plumed serpent dragons, what the fuck kind of reality is this other than a fractal one?
Yeah.
Let's really think about that, brother. Because whether something is large or small is a matter of your perspective.
You can see fractal in the nature of how a tree grows, for example. You get a set of leaves and it completely replicates them leaves identically, fractally, outwards and outwards again and outwards again. And they're the same initial leaf. And it's a fractal...
exactly.
Multiplication. So...
That's exactly right, dude. Like I said, the Fibonacci sequence, I think, plays strong into it. I think the Fibonacci sequence is the equation of the... What I think, Martin, is it's a fractal vortex. Okay? I think it's a fractal vortex.
Yeah.
That's just going fractally into infinity, spinning based on the Fibonacci sequence exponentially. You know what I mean?
100%.
Which is the golden ratio. Like you said, you were just saying this, Martin. The golden ratio, there it is right there. It shows up across this entire reality from a sunflower to the cochlea. What was that, Martin?
Ears.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the cochlea of your inner ear is called the cochlea because it's shaped after a certain shell.
Like that shell.
Exactly. There's the conch cochlea shell. Look at the human embryo.
Yeah.
Look at all of these things that we're looking at, people. Look at this quote unquote spiral galaxy, okay? Whatever you want to call that. You can see
but it's still it's still twisting in the toroidal field.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
exactly.
An animal before it lays down, a dog or a cat will do 2 or 3 turns and unwind itself of the magnetics before it lays down. People don't do the same, but animals do it.
Yeah, man.
Off the toe.
Look at how water funnels. This entire reality, Martin, you know how I said that our chemistry that they give us is a bullshit construct?
Yeah.
Actual physics is probably vortex physics, if you want to know the truth. If you look at what's his name, Walter Russell, whatever you want to think about him, people think
I've read Walter Russell.
Yeah. If you look at Walter Russell's conception of vortex technology, if you look at some of the German scientists before World War II.
I have looked into Rodin, the work of Rodin. I've looked into, Tesla talks about vortex physics with his 369. And I've looked into it. It's just mind-blowing stuff. I can't believe you know this. This is fucking fantastic.
Martin, the Tesla coil's real. It's all about electrical resonance. They hid the Tesla coil. Yeah. Our entire reality, we probably have a vortex toroidal reality. It's just a giant Tesla coil, people. Our reality is probably just a giant Tesla coil. All Tesla did was copy what our reality probably actually is. It's about electromagnetic resonance. Resonance is demonstrable. You can look at acoustic resonance. Resonance is a way, Martin, resonance is the only way we can see in this reality to increase energy output, to increase the intensity of energy without any further energy expenditures or energy inputs. You understand what I'm saying, Martin?
Yeah,
it increases energy.
In this place is our energy any fucking way, not my money.
Exactly. And the thing is, when you get true resonance, when you have energy that's harmonizing at true resonance, that's when you get synergy. So right now, indeed, Martin and I are sitting here doing all this stuff. We are using actual synergy. Oh no, look at him. Oh, he is a fruitcake.
That's us that done that to him, lah. You don't leave me alone. I'll go in quiet. Go and have a quiet.
Yo, Liedtke, he might be the dumbest fuck ever, dude. They put the dumbest fuck out in front of us to try to explain what our reality is.
It's insulting, you kidding me, dude?
But he dropped, dude. I gotta tell you something. When he dropped that microphone and tried to say that was gravity, dude, that was it for me, Martin. That was it for me, dude. These are all the Hindu Vedic, like exactly what you're just showing.
Well, it's exactly representation of the four angels. They show you the electromagnetics. Mm-hmm. I did a series, like the context of my first book was like I just basically showed you. I mentioned fractals. That's where I first used that animation and fractal nature of our reality. Yeah. But I just showed this place is the microcosm and the microcosm and down to the atom. If you think of an atom, it's exactly the same. So it had 10 vortexes. The ones in the middle, basically, because it's a magnet, Mount Meru, north and south. And the rest were dotted around, and it's shown through antiquity. And I think that this is probably something that's happening in the North Pole. It's some sort of looping, because they just
agree.
Some sort of Mobius type affair, because they're definitely telling us this, aren't they?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
And the moon, they're just like doing this, really, aren't they?
Look, electromagnetism, folks. Yeah. That's called That's not gravity. You know what's so funny? They'll say that they're defying gravity with that right there, Martin. No, they're not. They're just manipulating electromagnetism. You dumb fucking assholes. Listen, you fucking assholes.
Let me show you.
Okay, for anybody who doesn't understand what that is, okay, it's not anti-gravity. Okay, they're just manipulating electromagnetism. That's all it is, people. It's very simple. They just lied to you. That's all. It's very, very simple.
The X code.
Martin, you got me fired up, dude. You got me fucking fired up.
Well,
dude.
The Taurus is everywhere. The rams or horns will go into a Taurus, and this X code, which is what I showed earlier, was on Jesus' jersey, is the four angels. Because if you see that, you've got Mount Meru in the center, and you've got these vortexes here, which look like a kidney.
That reminds me of our Jesuit friends. That reminds me of
they have got it on their symbol, is why the Jesuits, the Vatican.
Talk about a bunch of fucktoids. A bunch of fucktoids.
Showing us the Beatles, the Apple.
Hey, Jesuits. Fuck you, Jesuits. No. I always wanted to say that on Martin Liedtke's show. Fuck you, Jesuit fucks. Fuck you.
I Ching. They know exactly what this place is.
Yeah.
The sun and the moon. Exactly. And the motions of it is the yin yang. And
this is a dualistic world, man. An electrical charge needs a positive. Everything is dielectrics. You need a dipole. A dipole has to create a charge. It's all about ionic differential charges. That's all it is. You have to have an ionic differential dipole to create a charge. There it is right there, representing our reality.
Yeah, they do it with roads and that. But with this inertia plane, look, even the mind is two double Tauruses.
Yeah, exactly.
You see the kidney bean shape? The two
two Tauruses. I used to work with Martin. I used to work with kids who used to get what's called a hemispherectomy, where they separate down the middle. They separate the two hemispheres. Guess what? They still communicate. The hemispheres still work, and science can't understand it. I can go. We'll go into that another time, dude.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
What did they say? Spooky action at distance or something? Did they?
Yeah, spooky my bullshit. You know, they had to define everything with Einstein, Rosen bridges, and quantum entanglement. That's all lies, people. There's no quantum entanglement, people. There's no quantum anything. Just get rid of quantum. Get it out of your fucking mind. Oh my God, that's scary. I think Voynich just fucking had a heart attack. Right, there's a representation of a Tesla coil. Everything works exactly. Tesla probably didn't even live. They just obviously knew the technology. They had to put it on somebody, dude.
I doubt it.
They had to say, give it to somebody. It's just technology. Look at, you know this, Martin. Look at the fucking cathedrals, bro. Look at the fucking cathedrals, Home Slice. Yeah. You think they didn't fucking know how? You think they didn't know how to tap into the ether? You didn't think they didn't know how to tap into the fucking ether?
Of course they did. They knew this technology. They know deeper technology. This stacking system, this shape stacking to create charge. They're doing it in pyramids. They knew exactly what this place was.
They encoded it in their alchemy the whole way fucking through. It's all about energy. It's so simple to see it.
Mount Meru, look, right? Yeah, this is an old Mount Meru,
Bro, the Vedics knew. Well, here's the thing, Martin. The Vedics were preceded by the fucking Aryans, the real ones, not the shit ones they gave us, dude. Yeah, the Aryans, it goes. I think a lot of this goes back to Aryan knowledge, bro. A lot of it, honestly. I really do. They had to corrupt the swastika. They had
the Aryans, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, apparently, yeah. I mean, they had to corrupt the swastika, What about all the stories about the Nazis down in fucking Antarctica, bro? I mean, come on, dude. They called it, come on. They knew what the fuck's going on. They knew.
Yeah, I think there was something going on with that.
Yeah.
This bird narrative, though, has been pushed endlessly since Flat Earth, this chronoscope video and, this land bigger than America, past Little America, and it just feeds us, with excitement of what could be out there and stuff. And I can't help thinking it's deliberate.
There's the Rosicrucians and shit. They all fucking knew. There's the Anunnaki depictions of ancient Sumeria. They fucking knew. Go back to that one, dude. Look down a little bit.
Yeah.
See him with the little guys there and the giants.
It's not electromagnetic Tesla type device.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Which is, he's a giant as well. But even his hat looks like his tech as well.
Yeah,
Syria, Mesopotamia, they're all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same tech.
Exactly.
And this X code they do here is they literally doing that to show you that they know what the shape of this fucking earth is, and they know what they're doing based on our little decode of this, which is, if you look at their alchemical symbols of an eagle with the wings open, you see everywhere.
It's really a phoenix, yeah. It represents a phoenix, bro.
Go ahead, with magnets in a jar. I'll put a magnet on either side of a jar. It turns into angel's wings, like these. Yeah. But again, the trident or the Vajra, it's a vibrational weapon, isn't it? It's if you tap it, it vibrates, doesn't it? It's a tuning fork, isn't it?
You could look to the ancient depictions of Zayasudra. You could look to ancient depictions of Zoroaster. It's all there, man. It's all there, dude.
Zoroastrianism. I noticed there's an absence of any info anywhere.
There is
in Zabate.
Do you know who? The religion of Zoroastrianism exists to this day. Do you know that, Martin?
Yeah, I fucking do. Yeah.
Do you know, Martin? Do you know who was Zoroastrian? You'll never guess. You probably know.
Freddie Smith.
Will Smith. Freddie Mercury was Zoroastrian, bro.
Oh,
Freddie Mercury.
I was discussing him today. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, I think it was you that mentioned about. Was it you or somebody said about Judas Priest and saying he was gay?
That was me. I was talking about that the other night.
My son said, I didn't know that. I did. I knew that in the 80s. But he was like, it was acceptable even in a pure fucking homophobic sort of genre. Like, okay, we get it. But he's like, they're really brilliant. But Freddie, no one give a fuck. No one give a fuck about Freddie. He was immune to anything. He was that fantastic.
Not only would no one give a fuck, I'm not gay, but there's only one person that ever existed that I might even think about going gay for, and that's Freddie Mercury. I love Freddie Mercury so much.
Think about his name. Freddie Mercury. It's Red Mercury is his name. Red Mercury. His real name's an Indian name because he was born in
Zanzibar. He comes from fucking Zanzibar, dude. Yeah. What a weird place that is.
Yeah. Seen this, right? You know this, we witnessed with the Falcon Heavy, and then it's hitting water. Yeah. This thing that's going on, boom, where it gets so high that it's water.
Oh, I remember this. I've seen this before.
Right. Well, somebody done an experiment and compared it to ballistics. Right. See, then this spiraling happens, and it just looks too much like water for me. Right.
Yeah.
Someone has shot a bullet in water, and it is absolutely identical. And I shit you not, it really does look like that. It's the same blooming.
Well, Martin, what we call air just may be like a lighter density of water. It just might all be water, bro.
And I don't care what they say. You know, the luminiferous ether is a fluid ether. And I think it was thicker in the past. We probably could find
I think water, Martin, is the spiritual. I think water is the physical correlate to spirit. You know, right in the first, as soon as you open Genesis, the first word said,
I know,
the spirit came upon the water. That's the first thing in Genesis. Water and spirit are exactly the same thing. This whole thing, look, the seven heavens that we conceive of. Martin, let's take a trip here. Ready? Here's the thing, Martin. You can go to the bottom of the ocean, and there's another ocean under that ocean with denser water. Okay.
Agreed.
So let's take a little thought experiment. You go down. It's all we know. Relative density is a thing, dude. It's demonstrable. Relative density is real. Okay. So let's think about this, Martin. Under the water is more water, denser water. Then you have our oceans with a certain density, okay? Our air, we know our air is filled with H2O, right? We know about humidity. We call it. So what's that mean? It's just lighter water. So let's have another conception. What if the layer above us is just a lighter, less dense water than that? And the layer above that, if they say there's seven heavens, maybe there's just seven less dense progressively less dense as water, bro. And they're all...
Just like Genesis says.
Yeah, brother, it's just water, man. And it's just, that's the trick, dude. Water is spirit, dude. Water is spirit. It's the physical correlate to spirit. It's all fucking spirit, dude. It really is. Look at me and Martin figuring out the fucking... Martin, I didn't know...
I know.
Martin,
look at us figuring out the universe.
Martin, this show is either going to go one of two ways. Me and you were either going to figure out the universe, or it was going to devolve into a fucking Benny Hill episode. Dude.
No, I've already stated earlier on today that later on, like your thing in this will be made apparent later on. I can just see into the future, and I know you're a sage, and I know you're special in all of this. I know that. That's why you're.
Well, I love you, Martin. Do me a favor.
It's just that's the message from the Most High. Like you said, what are they hiding most of all? And to me,
Martin, my head's big enough. Martin, it don't have to be anything. My head's big enough. Listen, Martin, let's take a break, dude. I want to get a drink and stuff. Can we take a break and come back?
Yeah, of course.
Yo, I love everybody. Don't go anywhere. I love you guys. Okay. No. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.
We have nearly 800 people watching. Thanks for popping by, guys. We'll share some more stuff and have a look at some more pictures. I know these things. I know that. But I know it is a great show. Hi, Arwin. Oh, Arwin loves all this stuff. Did you know this, Arwin? They never discovered the moon until 1609. Oh, no, it's true. Scientists made a fundamental discovery 360 years ago between Galileo's first observations of the moon, 1909. Okay. It wasn't there before. It got discovered, guys. All right, let me stop sharing the screen a minute and give you a few shouts. We'll come back there in a minute. Epic flat day night, 808 is who's watching. Absolutely fantastic. Please make sure to share this outage. Okay, let's have a look what Arwin was just rabbiting about. FEB is awesome. Thank you, Jared. It is fantastic. I'm not just saying that, being biased on that, but I am a big fan of Flat Earth British. It's okay. I am Flat British. I'm not to do that. Gypsy. Manu. That's pretty good. You know, it's better than television. Anyway, television's double shit. Fucking hell. Look what you got to choose from on there. Tazara football. Wales are going to win the World Cup. You may as well not even watch. I just told you what will happen. Hi, Rowena. 1909. Yeah. They found the moon. It wasn't there before. It just turned up. Death Star with Ed Harris in a room, in a window, making the weather. I am here giving fair commentary. Good, Darwin. Keep that up. Keep that up, Kelly. Good to see you. New norm. I'll stick there, new norm, where the sun don't shine. Yeah. Hi, Capalocious. Ezra, Newsflower, who's Nora, my friend, and Dragon Sage, 7 days 7 sages, 7 apicula, 7 seas, 7 sisters. Yeah, there's a lot of sevens, isn't there, going on? 7 days of the week. I heard Andreas saying the other night he's going to pick apart 23, and some of these fucking number codes are just mind-blowing. It just screams this is a matrix and this shit can't be an accident, especially with Fibonacci and the number sequence of golden ratio. Seems a bit impossible without a creator or an intelligent design for any of that to just happen by, chance. Cowboy, good to see you, my friend Kelvin. And question in the narrative. Oi, oi. Dogon's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Dogon morning to that. Marcel, good to see you. Truth drops, yeah, man. Drop the microphone. Fritz, in their face. I bet they're so jealous. I bet they wish they was 10% as cool and fucking groovy as we were, but they can't be. Because they wear like little ballerina dresses on the fucking beach. Mac, good to see you. Beniel. Beniel's, I watched a couple of clips of Beniel a couple of days ago. He was playing pool and a hot woman sat down and he kept messing up the shots because she was pulling up her dress on her. And slapping that little guy's head is always amusing. I like that. Slapping little guy's head. Yeah, no, it's shit. It's shit, Mark. We got 10 times better than that. Go and watch Steptoe and Son on the buses. That's Army. Flowery Twat. I mean, Faulty Towers. Which is an anagram of Flowery Twat. Alan Meister, have you seen that new film? Alan versus Predator. Apparently it's really scary. Tintin, I'll check your email later. Lovely. Sherry, good to see you. I know. That's why you're Terry, mate. That's why you're Social Ripper. Water is amazing. That's a big thing on Flat Earth British is the water. We talk about that quite a lot. Brenda, Michelle, Inspired Journey. Nice name. Isabella, whoa. Tartarians, Flat Filmage. Yeah, I know. Tartaria. I know, we're very spiritual and gaudy, aren't we? Ginger. Good, it feels good. Nordflower, up until the point, he claimed that there might be less dense water up there. Well, it's just different densities and separated the waters, like it says in the New Testament. And you can keep water in stasis using a vibrational frequency, as I've showed on my channel many, many times. So that hum that I mentioned earlier could be just holding the dome in place, which is a water dome. Haven't necessarily got to be a solid object, has it? And it is an ocean above. The sky's blue. Age of the Goddess. Galen Willis, good to see you. Fat Goose. Good to see you, my friend. Forever Freedom Grower. Nice name. Good for you. And Eric the Red. And Sherry Ives. Hi, Sherry. You was first today, I believe. Benny Hill, here we come. Mana. Mana. No, don't do mana. You're all going mana crazy. Like that. Which I just did. I've been affected by the manamanas. Oh no, I'm fucking manamana dude. Astrocat, good to see you. I can drink heavy water. It's called deuterium. Deuterium, exactly what they had in the heavy water plant during the Germans.
Yeah, touring. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not trying to buy that anyway. It's like because they're saying he was using it for nuclear bombs, and that's not something I think is a thing at all.
Probably not.
Scientists are quantum mechanic chaps, aren't they? Bohr's, Neil Bohr, and Oppenheimer. I think he's got like a sort of German name going on there, hasn't he? And all of them, really.
Yeah, fucking douchebags, all of them.
I haven't got any famous quantum mechanic scientists out of Britain that I can remember. Feynman is one of yours. What a tosser he is, Feynman. I used to so dig him as a kid. I used to think he was fantastic. And then when Challenger exploded, he's like, oh, I'm the guy that's going to investigate it. And then he breaks it all down. And he's saying like, oh, it's this washer here caused the disaster. I was like, Feynman, you're supposed to be the greatest physicist of all fucking time. Yeah. And you're talking bollocks. This is obviously bullshit. They're all still alive, for fuck's sake. You know,
dude, that space shuttle presentation was completely and utterly insane. That they present that to us as reality. It's unfucking. Yo, Martin, I said this.
Parents are laughing. Some of the parents are, the people are laughing. They put the camera on some of the people, and they're literally laughing. When
I said this the other night. If we could go to space, the Air Force would have did it. They wouldn't have had to create NASA, Martin. The Air Force just would have fucking went to space. They would have just went. The Air Force would have did it. It's so stupid.
No, I agree with that completely. Yeah, India's got a space program, and Africa got one as well. I heard. India becomes the latest nation to land on the moon. Oh, do you know what?
As well.
Do you remember JAXA when they did that apparently around the moon and there's like no stars and it looks like it's made of sponge stuff? Are they going to do that again with us? Because that's just going to be stupid. I hope they're not going to do that with us. So
what? What are you talking about? Going around the moon and see?
Well, they're supposed to be going to do a slingshot to come back and take a bit of video.
Oh yeah, they did that in the movie Armageddon. I saw. Armageddon is just as real as Martin. The space propaganda that they gave us from day Martin. It's obviously about to tell us for everybody. One of the first movies ever made was a French movie called Trip to the Moon.
Oh, I saw my channel. Yeah, I posted it years ago. Yeah,
it's one of the first movies they ever made. Martin said this before.
Yeah, dude. This is happening up there. There's a guy who lives underground called a Soup Dragon. Have you seen Button Moon? Have you got that in America?
No, it looks crazy though.
Need to Button Moon, I fucked up Mr. Spoon. Button Moon. It goes like that at the beginning. So look at this, right? He's got a picture. It might be an earlier mission, though, but he has got a picture of the Earth and from the moon while he's talking on the phone live. To
oh my! You gotta be kidding me! That's hilarious.
That's totally stupid, aren't they? They're really stupid. That's what's really going on.
That's not bad. I like them panties. Those panties are pretty nice. They fit. That's a good fit there.
Fits really perfectly as well.
Yeah.
Smelly.
Nice.
Yeah, no. These are supposed to be moon shots. Let's have a look what we got. I
like that moon. I like that moon shot with the panties you just showed me. Give me that moon shot.
Yeah, I got more of them. I got more of them.
Yeah,
I am the. Have you noticed this as well? This John Lennon Mind Games. Have you looked? That's a brilliant little clue shot on that. But this like her face laying down and all of that.
Is that Yoko? Is that Yoko?
Yeah, and it's identical to an old artwork that I know. And they've sort of it. This guy's a fucking hero. Look at that. Earth is not flat. Vaccines work. We've been to the moon. Chemtrails aren't a thing. Climate change is real. Stand up for science.
Yeah, he's got it all figured out. I mean, look, with a guy who wears jeans like with a pair of mom jeans like that, you got to trust that guy.
Jeans.
Yeah, if you got enough balls to wear those mom jeans, I trust your shirt.
And why they got a fucking Hollywood star if they're not actors? You know, they give them a Hollywood star.
God, look at that! We're fucking douchebags, man. Yo, dude, that Buzz Aldrin, that guy's a fucking character. What am I looking at here? What is this?
Well, it's basically if you just dunk a disc that looks like the moon into water like this, it'll show the waxing and the waning.
Yeah.
Sort of again with water above.
That's what I'm saying. Water. Yeah.
With me, brother. Have you ever seen this guy?
He talks. He says the moon is plasma. He tells you the moon's plasma.
Cold.
Yeah, I've seen this guy. He tells us, he says, fuck you. He says, you're not going to the fucking moon. Go fuck yourself. Gus Grissom knew that. Gus Grissom apparently put a lemon on the goddamn lemon. They fucking off.
Look what happened to Gus Grissom fucking got.
Exactly. Yo, Martin, hold on. Let's take a moment to honor Gus Grissom if that story's true. I'm being actually serious here. I'm being serious here.
Oh, I am.
I'm honoring Gus Grissom if that story's true. That means he's a hero, dude. Because they probably had his family. You can't go against these fucks, dude.
No.
Honestly, bro, when he put that lemon on there, he knew he was signing his death warrant, dude. You and I both know that, dude. You don't fuck with these fucks like that. Once you're in their system, me and you could stay up here because you're some fucking weird Welsh guy from Middle Earth, and I'm a Guido Dago from New Jersey. They don't give a fuck what we're doing. But if you're Gus Grissom and we're blasting you off to the fake moon, you best not be fucking. They're gonna take you out, man.
Yeah, they are. No Gus Grissom, though. What's he?
Oh, sorry, Gus.
He's got to be told to fuck up the way he is, Buzz Aldrin. I'm not buying the whole narrative of his background is so dicey and his mother and all of that caper. And
I don't know, dude.
It's just are they telling him to do that because he's sort of giving it away? So I went to the Space Museum in Leicester in Britain, and they had a bit of moon rock there, and like the Dutch Queen of Holland was given a bit of the moon rock, and she had it analysed, and she's like, "That's fucking wood, Joe." So
Yeah.
even skanked a royal with chunks of moon rock.
Yeah.
So fucking ridiculous.
See, when it comes to
there's that film you was mentioning.
Yeah, dude, that's it. That's it. It's French. It's a French. Look how stupid it is. It actually it's pretty cool looking back, like just the imagery and shit. It's kind of whimsical.
Yeah, brothers, it's absolutely brilliant film. It is really good and well made as well.
The fucking indoctrination from day one. It's funny, Martin. People have this conception that like, oh, the globe is just a bad theory and they fucked up. No, they didn't. They instituted it for control. You don't think they know what this place is? Give me a fucking break, people. They're controlling your minds. They're controlling your minds.
I mean, there must be some shit of fucking acrobatics if we're spinning at this 1,000,000 miles an hour doing this loopy doopy.
What are we looking at? Like Mars or something?
No. This is supposed to be the heliocentric version.
Okay.
Of the fucking Earth off into infinity and ever increasing speed. Blah blah blah. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, they apparently catch it. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
No, that doesn't. Nothing makes fucking sense anymore. Not in this place anyway. But yeah, this is what I should see on the moon, because the whole Earth should fill up the entire horizon. Yeah. And this fucking Rari fucking thing from years ago, 1,000,000 miles out of my ass. They had a camera 1,000,000 miles out. And there's no shadow on the Earth off the moon, because that doesn't happen.
Martin, I looked into, because they say they have a couple things out there. They have that one, what's it called? They just sent it out there, apparently. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So here's my point, bro.
James Webb.
Yeah, that's it, Webb. You got it. So here's my point. I say, how do they even explain it? They say it's at a perfect position so that it is being equally pulled by the gravity of both the sun and the Earth. So at 1,000,000 miles, like 900,000 miles, near 1,000,000 miles, is this perfect zone where the gravity of the moon and the Earth are the same relatively, and it just stays there.
Listen,
are you fucking kidding?
Our gravitational pull should be pulling the event horizon should break, and this should be cascading into the Earth and smashing into us if all of that was a real thing. I don't think it's a physical object. It could be somewhere along the lines of, like holography, just like that.
The whole sky, Martin, might be holographic, really. And that's the thing, man. When people want to talk about, when they talk about flat Earth and proofs and stuff like that, and we start talking about the stars, I think we get in trouble because we don't know what the fuck the stars are. But we know one thing. The Earth shows no convexity. That's it. That's all. There's no convexity at all, people.
I think stars are closely connected with Antiquitech, because I was looking at some earlier. I was going to talk, just to show you.
Cool, yeah, I want to see it.
I have photographed a lot myself when I had my camera. Excuse me, stars.
I got to admit, that picture of fucking R2D, that picture of fucking C-3PO is pretty disturbing, bro. That's what it's disturbing. Fucking, yeah.
They had it in there, didn't they?
Because that fucks with my childhood in a way I don't even want to think about. I don't want to even think about
that. Sorry about that. These are good evidence for the dome as well. These upward lightning streaks. Have you seen them?
They're called sprites. Yeah, they're called sprites, dude.
These are slightly different to sprites. Yeah.
Okay, what are
other
they?
Phenomena. With the upward going lightning, your lightning starts in the ground, yeah? But these not.
Lightning goes up to the sky. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
lightning goes from the ground up.
Color, and they will go upwards from a storm rather than connect underneath.
It's a dielectrical charge. Is what it is.
It's got to make the connection. It's got to complete the connection. Exactly.
Yeah, it's dielectrics, people. It's a positive and a negative. It's all it is. It's very simple. You have to have a bipolar difference, and the charge builds on either side. It's they call it ions. It's fine if you want to call it ions. Because they call ions, they make it about electrons and stuff. That's just not really. But I don't want to get too deep in it. But they're dipoles. Everything's a dipole. This is a world of duality. Look at binary code. To have form in this world, you need duality. You have to have an opposite. Form has to have an opposite.
Good and evil, and the whole balance.
Because it creates resistance. Resistance creates energy. If everything's light, it needs some kind of resistance to create itself, to create it into something else other than light or consciousness. You have to have resistance.
I captured these original NASA images. And
Oh,
they
you
like
were there? They had you up on the trip, Martin? Now we know.
I
They had
downloaded
you.
them.
You were stowing away on Apollo 11. They had you in the fucking.
No, I've been using these for years to pick them apart. It's where my best bust for NASA came from. A video where they just basically missed screws and had air gaps and that. But they were supposed to have taken footage of the Earth as it moving away in cislunar space to the moon. Only thing is, this thing haven't fucking shifted. It's supposed to be spinning, and it haven't shifted. That storm does not move. Yeah, all the way to the fucking moon. It's just like.
So how many days was that supposed to be over? What's the progression?
Well, 3 to 4 days, wasn't it? And I don't know
Right.
what speeds they say they're going at, you know. And there was a date thing going on as well, where like, oh, we've arrived before time, and it's like you're not supposed to be there yet. There was all of that going on as well, you know. And what they say is real, you know. It's just how they got the nerve to say, oh, any of this stuff is fucking real.
Oh, they got balls, dude. They
Here's
got
my photo.
fucking balls. They got a lot of balls. Is that a
Stars.
certain star? Yeah, real stars.
Yeah, and they just look like wave functions. Some of them look like somatic patterns.
They're probably sentient, Martin. They're probably sentient beings, you know. They say the fallen ones. Or Martin, let's look at what we call planets. They're just wandering stars, right? They've transgressed their place in the cosmos. They have transgressed their creation in the cosmos. Why do we name them after gods? They're a representation of the fallen ones because they've moved out of their position in the cosmos, in the constellations. They're the wandering stars. They've transgressed their position. They've transgressed God, i.e. fallen. Why do you think we name them after gods? They're sentient beings, most likely. You know.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I just looking. I don't even know what that is. It's an old video from time ago. It looks fucking good. It's 10 minutes of it as well. I can't even remember what that is. I've been doing this for so long now. It's hard to even believe. This is a Bravia advert, which shows you the shape of the Earth. I don't know whether you've seen this. There's been a few adverts that literally show you. Though.
No, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this one.
Right. This was a goodie. The old Bravia advert. Hang on, they show you the Earth, and it's supposed to be that big. They show you that big, so it's filling the entire horizon.
Yeah, of course.
Which is what it should be happening. And then they show you what it really is. That. A studio and a screen, which is what's really happening. Yeah?
Martin, what do you think prevents the average person from waking up to this, dude? What's the...
You can't wake a hypnotized person. You know, when you got like somebody that thinks they're a chicken on the stage when they've been hypnotized by a famous hypnotist, you can't tell that person they're not a chicken when they're going buck, 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 around the stage. Hypnotism deep. It goes right into the consciousness. And this is why, I don't know if you've done much flat earth debating. I'm guessing you have. But when you're on the street, I did a bit in the summer, and I had globetards coming at me. I got one guy saying, you flat earthers, like, yeah, I hope you fucking die. I went, what? And you say that you've got an NHS t-shirt on your fucking dickhead. I'm like, proper abusive, you know? And it's a knee-jerk response because they don't want to be, they want to be in a matrix, and they probably know deep down underneath that it is true.
Right.
We were born flat earthers. Remember that. It's just as soon as they grabbed us away to our parents, it was downhill indoctrination from there. But we're born flat. You know, if we hadn't been told, if we lived in a country and we hadn't been to Western schools, the last conclusion you will possibly make is a spinning ball in space.
Yeah. Martin, I don't debate them. I'll dialogue with them, but I won't debate. You know why, Martin? Here's why. You know why, Martin? Because you don't debate science. Science is researched. Science is about research and the empirical method. Science is about what is observable, what is measurable, and what is repeatable. We're talking about science. Science isn't debated. Science follows specific rules of the empirical method of objectivity. Science is a method for discovery. It's not an institution. They co-opted science and made it an institution. Science is a method of discovery using certain principles
It's not an honest
based upon the empirical method. It's not a debate.
Okay,
Science isn't up for debate.
Method. So how come then, with you know, an independent variable, we're not allowed to bring out an alternative model, like saying about the flat Earth? How come is that not acceptable in modern science when it should be seriously debated as a serious concept? Why is it not?
Exactly. You know what's funny, Martin? You talk about talking to these people on the streets and these globies and stuff. It's pretty. They ask me like, well, how come there's no debates? How come there's no debates? And I say to them, you tell me. It begs the question, how come there's no debates? Because there's a lot of flat earthers. So why isn't there any debates? Oh, I love this one, dude. I love this cargo ship.
Wow, this just shows you how fat it fucking is.
Is it Suez or Panama? This might be the Suez, no? Is it Panama? I'm not sure. Either way.
It looks a bit bumpy on the sides and jungly, so I've always thought it was the Panama.
Gotcha. Here's ships over the horizon. Hey, people, if you think ships go over the horizon, study a little thing called perspective, okay?
Exactly.
All right? Study a little thing called perspective. People, okay, see, I get fired up, Martin. Non-Euclidean geometry works on perspective. This is a Euclidean world. If you want to look up how this world works, look up Euclidean geometry. It's all right angles, people. Everything's level. It's all based off Euclidean geometry. Now, when you get into the realm of optics, that's non-Euclidean. Study optics, people. Study fucking... Martin, this world's not going to know. We're going to take it. Listen, I'm going to talk to the fuckos listening to us right now. Listen, Klaus Schwab, I know you're on a beach somewhere in your goddamn tutu, drinking some fucking adrenochrome, all right? Go fuck yourself, Klaus Schwab. You're a fucking pervert. I'm not going down to you, Klaus Schwab. I ain't going down to you of all people.
Deep shit, and they don't even know it. They probably do know it. And because they're like, you know, like pussies, they like literally shit themselves like, oh, they're coming to get me. Probably cry. They probably have a little cry. They're not gonna do as they're told. It's like in The Simpsons. We got a little girl here, and she's not basically doing democracy, and they have the army coming in and everything to sort of get Lisa Simpson to believe in democracy again. It's like that. It's like that.
Yeah, man.
It's like when Katy. Do you know when Katy Perry, right? She cranked up one night. I got the video, right? And she's in her bed, and she decides to go on YouTube. The stupidest thing. She just looks like a normal girl. Yeah, from an area like where I live, and my mate Dan was in the chat, and he told her the Earth was flat, and she went, "Oh my God, the Earth is flat," like that. And they basically deleted the channel, and by the morning they brought Neil deGrasse Tyson to her house to explain to her how it wasn't.
Well, dude, that's what they did with Kyrie Irving. When what's his name? Steph Curry said something about it, because we know Kyrie Irving. You know who that is, right? He's a basketball player, Kyrie Irving. Yeah. So
I love Kyrie Irving. He's just such a smart chap. He's brilliant.
Yeah. So anyway, but another one, Steph Curry said. Now, Steph Curry's a bigger star. Steph Curry might be arguably. You have LeBron James, but Steph Curry might be probably the biggest star.
Yeah,
he's in the guard. He's in
Keanu then. Keanu Reeves, Keanu West. What do you make of what he's up to?
Kanye,
yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a whole different story, dude.
It's like he's saying like a lot of stuff like to solidify what we already suspicious.
They got to gatekeep things. They have to gatekeep it.
Sacrificed his mother.
Yeah.
You know, this Illuminati thing is real. The mind control, the MK Ultra, the sex slaving, the whole fucking thing's really saying.
Because here's the thing, man. They got to gate, because there's people like me and you here talking to like almost 1,000 people or whatever. And how many more are going to hear? They have to gatekeep the information. You know, when enough people start getting. And the other thing is, Mark, I think they're going to crash the system soon. I think they have to crash it. Like I said before, it's the order out of chaos. I don't think they have any intention of keeping the system going like it is. I think they extracted everything they wanted. They extracted the energy and the resources from us. And I think it's time for the other reset, brother. That's why I'm preaching to everybody, get the fuck off the system, because they're going to cut you off anyway. Get off now. Start developing communities. Develop communities.
My son bought a ship. I'm trying to get a boat as well. I'd love to be able to get a cruiser for us all to and just get the fuck out. You know,
get off their fiat currency.
Do you know what? When you're in the water, you just don't feel all of their fucking bullshit coming at you. Yeah,
exactly.
And you feel like I just can't explain. It's clear,
Martin. They can't touch us because they have to follow natural law. Martin, I have a theory. that people like me and you and everybody listening to us right now, and all the people that are like us, I have a theory. We are the price that they had to pay for their final push at domination, because their magic, although it's dark magic, they still have to follow natural law. So what I think is the karmic trade, you follow me, Martin? The karmic price that they had to pay to enslave the world with this technology, knowing they had to use technology to do it, was that all their secrets, this is the revelation, this is the apocalypse, that all their secrets would get out and people like me and you and everybody in here would know them. I don't think we're a mistake, Martin. They had to let some of the captives free. Now, here's the point. Here's where free will and autonomy come in. Because now that we have the information, it's what are we going to do with it? That's our choice, brother. They had to give it to us. Here's what I like to say to people, Martin, because I want to show them who they are. You are an autonomous, sovereign individual. Upon your head, you wear a crown of purple light. They call it a crown chakra. It's purple.
Indeed. Yeah.
Purple is the color of regency and majesty. You have a purple crown of light upon your head. You are a sovereign being. These people have no control over you. They just tricked you into their system. They get you to consent to their system. You have free will and choice. Do not give your sovereignty to these people, because they can't take it from you. You have to give it to them.
I know.
Let me tell you something. If you already gave it to them, take it back. Take it fucking back from them.
And we can do that.
You're never too gone. You're never too gone. I don't care who you are and what you've done. You're never fucking too gone. Okay? You're still here. You still have a chance. Okay? Don't worry about these people. Don't be scared of them. Yeah, the figure Jesus, the figure presented as Jesus, whoever you want to think he was, Yeshua, Jesus, whoever the fuck you want to think he was, his words said this: fear not the ones that can kill your body, but the ones that can kill your body and your soul. Okay? This isn't your world. This is their world. The figure Yeshua said, build your treasure in heaven, because where your treasure is, your heart will be also. Okay? They can't touch you. Be in this world and not of it. You know, people want to know what to do. They tell me, Zetetic, what do I do? What do I do? The words that ring true to me: be in this world and not of it. I don't care who said it. I don't care what you think of the Bible. What do the words say to you? Whether it comes from the Bible or a fucking fortune cookie, because we don't know about history. It could be made up. We don't even know if Jesus even existed. But what do the words say to you? If the words say, be in this world and not of this world, if that resonates with you, then that's all that matters. Because Martin, to me, that's the only thing that fucking makes sense. Because everything in this world is just a bizarre fucking place, dude. So I don't know where else to go to other than that, homie. You got me fired up, Martin. Martin, you got me fucking fired up, dude. You got me fired up, dude. We're about to take an airship to Tataria. Where's Chief Crow? I love you. You know that Chief Crow song, Martin? You know what I'm talking about?
I love Chief Crow, man. Of course.
Yeah, dude. That song was made for you, Martin. The first time you heard that song and it said Tataria, what did you do? Did you?
I just fucking love him. I thought he'd done that for me. Did you go to Plateauberfest then?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'll go to the next one. I'm gonna go to the next one.
Chief Crow played.
I know. I heard.
I've got most of their records. I keep them all. I download them all.
Look, man. Once you put Tataria in a song, that makes you cool automatically. You know.
Yeah. I got a feeling like after Christmas, you know, next year, that this subject's going to just sort of fucking they for them to start a Netflix program and try and grab ownership for it. And I see elements of Tataria and Mud Floods and Antiquitech through movies. When that Mortal fucking Engines turned up, everyone contacted me, Martin, check out Mortal Engines. It looks exactly like what you've been fucking talking about.
I saw that movie, dude, with the traveling city machines and shit, bro.
City machines.
Yeah, that's so weird, bro.
I know. All Antiquitech. Also, London was a fucking big moving tractor type thing.
Yeah. Well, look at the depictions, Martin. Look at the depictions of what they say about the New Jerusalem, like in Isaiah in the Old Testament, and all that New Jerusalem shit from like Revelation. What could that be? This fucking New Jerusalem. It sounds like it's like something like that, dude. Doesn't it?
I don't know. I always thought it was like a state of mind, because Oliver Cromwell, during the English Civil War, his main saying was, "We want Jerusalem and we want it now." But the idea in Britain, a lot of people think Edinburgh in Scotland is the real Jerusalem, and the Dome on the Rock is on the castle there, on the volcano that is there in Edinburgh. But I think it's more of a state of mind, because there's many candidates for Jerusalem. I've literally seen Florence on a map called Jerusalem. The Italian city of Florence, I've seen as Jerusalem. Earlier maps do not really call Jerusalem. You get Halem, Salem, and you just the Jewish version. But the two words Jerusalem together, I haven't seen until 1800. The earlier maps is no Jerusalem. So I think it's a state of mind. It's the same with the American states, isn't it? It's like if you're in California, you're in the California state because you're in the California state, and it's a completely different mindset to the people on the East Coast, isn't it? Say in Connecticut to California, they're not the same mind, not the same state of mind, are they? Different people. So, a world away, really. So,
well, yeah, like me, I live on the East Coast. I live in New Jersey.
Cool.
So that's a world away from California. I've been to California one time.
I can do it's a shame. New Jersey accent.
Go ahead, let me hear it.
Well, I'm from New Jersey. I've been from New Jersey all my life. No, New Jersey. You gotta say it like that, haven't you? I'm from Atlantic City.
That's the first time I ever. It's funny. I live right near Atlantic City. I'm like 30 minutes from there, bro.
Go to Atlantic City.
Atlantic City's an interesting place. It's right on the ocean and stuff.
It's changed a lot. If you look on Google, it's not Boardwalk Empire anymore. It's all like big sort of industrial estates and stuff. But I always thought gangsters was running it.
The guy who wrote Boardwalk Empire lives a mile down the road from me. His wife was my English teacher, dude. Isn't that weird? His name was Johnson. His name, you could look this up. The guy who wrote the book, Boardwalk Empire, or what the book movie was based off of. I don't know if the book was called Boardwalk Empire, but that Scorsese Boardwalk Empire show was based off a book. The guy who wrote the book's name is Nelson Johnson. And then remember the guy in the movie whose name's Nookie Johnson. It was supposed to be like his uncle or whatever.
Oh, I get it.
The town I live in was actually in the first episode. There was a tribute to it. They were going, you see a sign that says the town I live in. Steve Buscemi, that was a good show, man. Steve Buscemi was good.
A good actor, him. I like him. I've always liked him.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, he's one of the actors I like, man. Yeah. How about the Big Lebowski? Remember he was Donnie in the Big Lebowski?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was in that as well. He's been in some fucking fabulous things.
Yeah.
He's a weird looking guy. He does a lot of Westerns and stuff.
Yeah, he's fucking weird.
You had the longest pier in the world in Atlantic City. It was like
the Steel Pier.
Yeah.
It's called the Steel Pier. They used to have a diving horse, Martin. The horse used to dive off into water. Wow. It's called the diving horse.
Genau.
Yeah, Atlantic City's pretty cool, man. Yeah,
it is. I know.
I literally live I live right down I live like 20 minutes from there, dude. I live like 20 minutes from that fucking place.
That's fucking nuts. It's quite far down the coast then, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not New York, end of New Jersey, are you?
No, I'm in southern New Jersey.
Yeah.
Closer to Philadelphia. My accent's more like a Philadelphia accent than a New York accent. So, I have more of that Philly Italian. Yeah. I'm Italian. I'm Italian. The whole family's Italian. I'm a Guido. I'm a Guinea Wop Guido. I love making fun of Italians. I love making fun of Italians because I'm 100% Italian, so it gives me immunity. I can pretty much say what I want. You know what I mean? It's like when a black guy just makes fun of black people. That's why it's so funny. I can take
out of the Welsh and call them all sheep shaggers. I'm fine.
Yeah. So I love making fun of Italians.
That's
fun for me.
Yeah. Fair enough. Oh, my friend speaks. Do you speak Italian at all?
No, just the curse words.
Just the important stuff. Bellissimo bambino. Yeah. Grazie prego. Yeah. Ciao.
Yeah.
Important stuff. That's all.
Well, there's a universal language that doesn't even need speech.
No, it's the universal language of love, brother. It spreads out there, yeah? It's only a few words you need in the international world, okay? And I am a man of the world. Big wellies. Hendrik, that's not nice. Big wellies in Wales. Why? To stick the paws of the sheep into my wellies is what you're trying to say, isn't it? That's not nice, Hendrik. You can get banned doing that. No, he's not. He's good. Oh, thank you so much for coming by. You're definitely going to come over again, aren't you? And we'll have make a regular thing. Try and grab.
Yeah, Martin, I would like that, man. And this was
This is perfect synergy, because what I'm finding with me, and I asked my friend about it actually, because it's awkward with me in Hangouts, because sometimes you've got quieter people and not so feisty people. My personality tends to drown it all fucking out. Yeah. And it's just, I don't give everyone an equal chance. And I don't mean to do that. It's just how I am. But don't work like that with you.
No, you're right. It is synergy, man. Yeah, Martin, we'll keep this going, dude. We're gonna stick it to these fucks. We're gonna stick it to these fucks.
Fucking definitely.
All right, yo, man. This was.
I've been going 4 hours anyway. 770 of you still watching. Thanks so much for sticking with us.
Yo, listen, everybody who's out there, I love you guys. You want to come over to my channel or whatever? I don't know if somebody wants to throw a link in. I don't give a fuck.
Make sure to go and subscribe to Zetetic Warriors. Description box below the video. You can find that. Okay, guys.
So yeah, we're gonna be doing fun stuff at my channel. Okay, I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I know it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do all kinds of shit. And yeah, Liedtke, let's fuck these motherfuckers right up to fucking took us. All right, brother. I love you. Peace.
Love you, brother. You take it easy. I'll see you soon, right? Yeah, stay around. That was epic. 700 odd of you still here.